And it didn't blow up my eardrums either.
Cool. All right, cool. Dog, that was loud as fuck. I was like, oh, shit. Okay. All right.
No good.
All right, dog, here we go. Let me see. All right. All right. 3, 2, 1. What up, everybody? After show, but later. You know the routine. But if you don't, if this is your first time, my name is D. The dude that you're looking at over here is fucking El Cucuy. El Cucuy, introduce yourself to the people that haven't listened to us before.
What's up, man? My name's El fucking Cucuy.
How
you guys doing? as Covino would say, what's up, future dude?
What's up, future dude? What's up, new dude? What up, people that have been listening to us since the beginning, the people that have been listening since the middle, and to the ones that have been listening since the end. So,
yeah. And the future chicas, too. Can't forget them.
Can't forget them. So, El Cucuy is always on the prowl. You know him. So, after show, but later, here we are, episode 1, I think 16, but I can never be certain about that kind of shit. But what we like to do here on the after show, but later, is we like to bring in our homie, and what's his name?
Baseline Trey.
Let's go.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.
All right, what up, everybody? After show, but later, here we are once again. If you're joining us again for the first time, I just realized I have toothpaste in my beer. That is so funny. All right, what a way to start out the show. It was, I don't know, some fucking...
Sensodyne?
Nah, it was like Crest Ultra 3D bullshit. I don't know why I be using that shit. My teeth are so yellow as fuck.
I get my shit like that at the Dollar Tree. What about you? Where you get your shit at?
Not Dollar Tree, but... honestly, usually just like Walmart or some shit like that.
Especially the Crest 3D or the Colgate fucking Optimum, because they always got 1 or 2 flavors over there.
Yeah.
It's a smaller tube, but again, we talked about that Costco theory. You buy 3 or 4 of those things for, $3 or $4, and you add the tubes up, you get way more than if you buy one at the regular stores.
Yep, 100%. So that's what we're all about here, is saving money and getting the most bang for your buck. It's funny. This past week, I did like an Instagram story when I was at work, and I was like, hey, everybody, check out the show, blah, blah, blah. Check out Covino and Rich. And fucking Funky Monkey hit me up, and she was like, because I had like a little afro going because I hadn't gotten a haircut. And she was like, what the fuck? She's like, you have hair? I thought you were born with the hat.
Oh, that's great.
And I was like, yeah. I was like,
she got jokes, bro. She got jokes.
I was like, unfortunately. And then I was like, unfortunately, I can't sport a hat at work, but whatever. And then you sent me something that actually reminded us of Funky Monkey. You sent us a picture of some shit called Funky Chunky.
It was something that it was in Marshall's.
Oh, is that what it was?
It was a snack, and it was a snack. I almost bought one.
But yeah. I thought it was like, I thought Funky Monkey had a line of shit, and this was maybe a sister company. Like this was like the Diet Pepsi to the fucking Pepsi.
Well, so we owe her free promo because she always has her back.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man. So how'd the week look for you? I know we did a show on Tuesday, so we had like half a week to catch up with that shit. So what do you have? What are some things that's been riling you up? What are some things what's been going on, man?
Well, I don't even want to shift gears yet. Speaking of Funky Monkey, man, I heard her on the replay for the anniversary call-in. Mm-hmm. And it was, it was a good call. I think that was probably the first time I'd heard her actually call into Covino and Rich. And yeah, that was a good one. It was a good call, definitely. I think I was at the gym listening to the replay. And what'd you think about the call?
It was cool, actually. There was something that I missed where somebody hit me up about her call, because I thought her call was cool because she had mentioned that she called in the last day or some shit before they left Sirius. And I don't remember that call, but somebody mentioned on this call that she was kind of joking because, I don't want to misquote it. I'll find out what they had said. I'll look at my messages and then I'll tell you guys. But anyway, I thought it was a good call overall. I thought it was nice, quick, to the point. She didn't linger. She wasn't a lingerer. And then it was in and out, boom, boom, boom. And that's the way I think a professional call should go. So sounded really good.
Great etiquette. Yep, it was awesome.
Good phone etiquette. Speaking of phone etiquette, I was thinking about something today where, there's a clip. There's a scene from The King of Queens where Ben Stiller, Jerry Stiller, He's trying to give Kevin James a phone number, but since he's fucking old, he has no phone etiquette, right? Or no phone like rhythm and shit. So he's like, what's the number? He's like 3, and then he puts a 3, and then he's like 6. And then when he puts the 6, he goes, teen. And then he was like, hey, what the fuck? What about ba 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 ba? And then he goes, oh, and then he starts telling him about there's this pizza place that he loves called what is it? Domino's. He's like, yeah, I think it's a little neighborhood joint. And he's like, Domino's. He's like, you mean Domino's? It's just because he's old as fuck, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, fucking, I don't know how I got on that.
You know what I wonder though? You make me get on a deep thought. I wonder if there's OnlyFans etiquette and what it is. There's got to be rules, right? I don't care how creepy you are. You can't just get super creepy, log on to someone's OnlyFans. Like, just because you're paying to look at something, like you can't send certain messages, I'm sure. So what's the etiquette over there?
I have no clue. And I've never dabbled in that world, so
because even the strip club has etiquette. You can't start smacking ass all crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Like, depends on the club.
If they're in the front, you're tipping in the front row. Well, I don't know. Okay, nationwide big clubs, the Larry Flint Hustlers clubs.
You're right with that.
And the shit bringing in mucho, San Francisco downtown. You are not smacking some showgirl's ass on the fucking.
Doug, did I ever tell you about when some big ass black chick jacked my phone at the strip club?
I thought she jacked something else, but what? How'd she do that?
Well, Doug, all right. So I walk in, right?
Was that the only thing that got jacked was your phone?
Well, check this shit out. So, I walk in, right? Me and a couple of homies. I'm pretty sure it was Luis and Johnny. I swear I have more friends than that, but we walked in the club. And this fucking...
Oh, you guys are like the dirtbag trio, huh? Every time something scandalous was going on, it was the same 3? Because I won't throw any of my homies out. But yeah, I got
No, but I even told Luis because I told him we should have a little crew and call it like the DBC, right? Like Covino and Rich's DBC. But it was like the dirtbag crew because we were always getting into something.
That was really a name?
That's what I wanted us to call ourselves, but we never did.
Oh, shit.
It was just a couple of times that we joked about it. But the dirtbag crew I thought would have been cool because we were in some shit. So check this out. I walk in, right? We walk into the club. We say hi to the lady they called mom and shit. Her name was Rosie. We're like, hey, what's up, mom? She's like, hi, mijo, how are you?
Well, that explains everything right there. If you go into a club and you know the lady and call her mom that's running the fucking place. All right, continue. Sorry for the interruption, but everything just became so clear.
Okay. So we walk in and then there's this fucking big ass black chick, right? She walks up to me as soon as we fucking walk in. Literally, we haven't even sat down. And she walks up and she goes, hey, she's like, are you gonna tip me? And I was like, what? And she goes, yeah, I just got off stage. And I go, well, good for you. Like, what the fuck? I'm not just gonna walk up and give you money, bitch. Like, what the fuck you think what kind of operation you think this is, you know?
Right.
And she's like, okay. Right. And so I
used to like the Operation board game.
No, so she fucking so she dips, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fucking had my cool jacket and shit, fucking all lined up and shit. I was like, bitch, fucking better know who she's talking to, right? So I fucking over here and they're like, oh, they come and put your napkin down and shit and like, oh, what do you want to drink? Over here still going like,
what'd you say? Go get mom.
No. So I'm still like, I can't believe that bitch, right? And then I reach for my phone, dog. I can't find my phone. So this bitch straight up jacked me, right? So I knew somebody at the club, right? And I was like, hey, I told this girl, I'm like, listen, that big ass black bitch that just got off stage, I'm pretty sure she fucking robbed me because I can't find my phone. And she's like,
okay.
She's like, I'll be back. I was like, all right.
Was that her stripper name?
What?
The lady that stole your phone.
The big ass black bitch?
What's her name, bro? That can't be her stripper name.
I don't fucking know, dog.
Oh.
So right. So she fucking so the person I know was like, all right. They're like, I'll be back. So they fucking go. And then we're right here. I'm like, damn. And then fucking like Luis is probably like, fuck, man. I'm trying to fucking kick it to this bitch over here and you're fucking up my night, And then so we're like over here like, fuck. I'm like, damn it, where's my phone, right? And then
one of you three, I guarantee, I don't even interrupt, but one of you three at one point in life got some extras in that club. I'm just saying. And I don't even answer, but I already know. So go ahead, continue.
Okay. So I'll talk to you after because I don't have to cut shit out of this.
One of you three.
One.
I'm being nice, not trying to throw you under the bus, bro. There's three of you. I said one.
Okay, maybe one of us might have. Well, we got to know some of the people there, right?
Right. That's good.
So, and so I'm like, hey, whatever. So this chick comes, right? So like 10 minutes later, this bitch comes, or this chick that was my friend comes, dog, and she brings me my phone. And I was like, where was it? And she was like, oh, she went into the locker room and she had told her, she told that chick, and then she told everybody else, like, hey, somebody jacked this phone and blah, blah, blah. And then that chick, the gigantic fucking Amazon woman, had fucking just been denying it and shit, right? So then everybody, all the fucking homies and shit back there start looking. And then all of a sudden, it's just randomly like in the fucking locker room on the floor somewhere. So, it just magically appeared, So yeah, dog.
Did you give a reward?
Dog, no, but check this shit out. I remember one time Johnny fucking lost his glasses at another club and fucking went back the next day. We're all looking in the fucking in the grass and shit. Yeah, they were fucking right there.
Oh shit.
So yeah, dog, it's been.
I bet a couple checks were lost at those clubs too.
Dog, you don't even know it was fun back in the day. It was fun, but yeah, dog, I remember
going with the homie Huey and shit. We went to one in San Francisco, and he goes, Kazo, she got me for everything I had. I spent every dollar in that motherfucker. This was like in the early 2000s too, where $300-400 was some scratch back then.
Yeah.
Now that shit don't even pay the fucking electric bill, but
I know, dog. No, I remember this one chick, dog, walking up, because I remember like whenever we would go, we would make it worth it. We'd have a good time, right? Mm-hmm. And then people start to catch on, especially the chicks that are working. Like there's some that you become cool with, and there's some that are just like, oh, this dude's a buster. I'm gonna try and get him for whatever I can, right? Mm-hmm. So this one chick comes up to us, right? And she starts crying, and she's like, and she goes, Rent-A-Center is going to come and take my refrigerator, right? And I was like, fuck, bitch, well, you better buy some fucking non-perishables, right? And fucking pat her on the head.
The locks and not answer the fucking door.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck, this bitch think I'm going to fucking pay her Rent-A-Center bill?
Right.
But yeah.
No, I remember one time I went with Mito and shit. We went on a cruise to fucking Ensenada. And the fucking broad came. I guess they got to get you get tokens to get drinks. I forgot. It was a raunchy one, I guess. Mm-hmm. And we had barely walked in the door. And as we walked in the door, she looked like she was on the good stuff, man. And she came over and started fucking with us. And because she was on the good stuff, she looked whacked out and not cute. It was not cool. Mm-hmm. And before we even had a fucking drink, she's over there bugging us and harassing us. And the broad just fucking collapsed. And they fucking ran and picked her up and fucking took her to the back. And I was like, all right, bro, it's time to go when we left.
Damn, dog. That's crazy. But
yeah, she collapsed. They drug her. They fucking helped her, and they're taking her to the back and shit. And I was like, hey, it's time for us to go. She's going to die.
Yeah.
We got to go.
Oh, man. That's it. I remember, Doug, one time, like, we hadn't been there in a minute, and we had went, and the lady, Rosie, that they'd call mom, I walked in and she was like, oh, mijo. She was like, how's it going? And I was like, oh, fuck. Because I was coming with some different homies, right?
You were on mijo terms?
So, Doug, I came with these new homies and shit, right? And she was like, come on in, whatever. And then I was like, oh, no, thank you, ma'am. We're just, here for, to enjoy the show or whatever, So I was like, all trying to pay at the front door and shit like I'd never been there before. And the dudes that I was with were kind of like, I think something a little different's going on here, right? Right. She just called me mijo.
Sounds like that to me.
But yeah, but it was crazy. It was some fun times back in the day. Yeah, before I settled down and shit, Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, you're trying to act all innocent over there, Doug, and I know you got some stories.
No, hell no. I'm not innocent. Shit. Again, I've been chilled out for a minute my damn self, but I'd be a fucking hypocrite if I fucking acted like I never had no fucking adventures.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, there's some stories, but yeah, shout out to all them. Fucking it's been.
Did all those women ever get their degrees, or are they still there?
Let me see. it's about 50-50. You know, some are out the game with kids and shit. You know, some are still there.
But any success stories like that? Use that to like start a business or really go back to school or anything like that? And any local success stories from the strip club?
Yeah, no, there's a handful. Like I remember I used to work for the university, and there was this one chick. I think her name was Natasha, and she had like these gigantic fucking a gigantic front porch,
Ears,
and ears, and and Doug, I remember I was working at the university, and she walked in, and she was actually a nursing student and a really good nursing student. And she walked in, and I was like, "Hey, I recognize those ears anywhere, you know." And then she looked at me, and she was like, "Oh shit, you're that dude." And I'm like, "You're that chick, right?" And then, but she actually ended up becoming a nurse, and she was really, really fucking smart. But there's a handful of people like that actually, you know, this is what I learned, dog, about all my time, like being in and out of the club and shit like that, is that fucking these chicks. I mean, people are people, right?
Of course. Oh, absolutely.
So that's one thing that I learned.
That's why I asked.
Like when we fucking, like, there's some, dog, that are still in the game. Like I have a good friend that's still in the game. Right. And she's getting up there in age, but she's still, dog, this is her. She's a fucking veteran, right? So she keeps her fucking body on point. She makes sure
she don't have no stab wounds or cigarette burns, does she?
Nah, she's legit. Dog right now.
Got all her teeth?
No, yeah, right now she actually she's working primarily in Palm Springs.
That's cool. And I'm not a hater, because check it out. You know what does bug me when I used to visit those places was the dudes that came in and thought they were better than the chicks.
Yeah.
It's like, check it out, dude. I don't know what you're saying, but just because she's on the pole, your dumbass is still giving her all your fucking money. So, like, any way you look at it, like, if you want to spin it into a negative way and say that she's, you know, in a bad situation for being up there, motherfucker, you tricking.
Exactly.
You're out there tricking.
Exactly.
You were in, I don't give a fuck what your career is or your occupation. Like, before you go and judge someone in there for being on the pole, it don't matter, motherfucker. You both are in there, right? Exactly. You both went through the fucking door to the facility. So don't think because you're spending the money. No, they're taking your money. They are taking your money. That's like at like gambling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you're in there gambling. I mean, is what you're doing. You're spending money on you know, high priced entertainment, and don't think that just because you're a patron that you're any better than someone who works there.
100%. And that's what I think ended up being kind of cool, is that when you kind of like, at first, you know, you get there, and then, like, you know, the first couple times you go, you're like 21 and you're like, oh yeah. And then, like, I don't know, Doug, if you want to be real, like, you can't also be the dude that's been going there for 30 years neither. Like, at some point you got to graduate, right? Like, you can't be the motherfucker on Friday nights or one Friday a month even spending your fucking money at the strip club. Like, Doug, I think
any success stories from people you've seen there?
Well, I feel like
any of them in school, bro? You run into anyone at the front row all the time in fucking college? You got a story like that?
Actually, I do. I have a couple of those stories, but it's just a trip, dog. Because, like, I was thinking, I even felt like I lingered a little bit, dog, and I probably was like 26, maybe, like when we stopped going. Yeah. So it's probably like maybe like 21 or 2.
I was mid to late 20s for sure.
Yeah. So it was like,
once you hit 30, you're like, why am I doing this? I can pull girls and shit. I can just go to the bar or fucking POF it or whatever. Fucking bumbles, fucking whatever. Like, what the fuck I want to go spit? Like, fuck that. I'm good.
Yeah. It was cool though. I mean, the time that we did spend there, it's funny. Like, actually, I was talking to Luis about this because on Super Bowl weekend, I had gone to Tucson and we had kicked it. And it was just crazy, dog, because, like, his fucking daughter was, like, running around playing and shit, you know? And, like, we were just fucking bullshitting.
At the strip club?
No. This is
what kind of shit you guys running, bro?
This is a few weekends ago or whatever, Super Bowl weekend.
Right. My bad.
No, we were watching the UFC and shit, and his daughter's running around. And we were just like, damn. Like, we were thinking about it. Like, we were like, we used to have, like, some fucking, like, crazy fucking, like, adventures and shit. And now this is fucking just as fucking chill. You know, this is just as fucking cool these days because now we're fucking, like, in our mid-30s and fucking, you know, just fucking chilling. I mean, it's cool to fucking just kick it like back in the day, we needed like fun, crazy shit to be going on. But now just chilling, Doug. His daughter's running around. We're fucking having a couple of drinks or whatever, and just watching the fucking Super Bowl or the fucking UFC, and it was just cool. And it's just like,
and you don't have to. You can do big boy shit now too, because not only are you not fucking drinking and boozing and fucking dollar flicking all the time, but you probably make more money than you did back then. So like you can do different shit.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. And yeah, we were fucking yeah, I'll tell you another story. Let me write down
off the air.
Yeah, 1 and 3. That was the first story I got to tell you. The other story I got to tell you, I wrote down the name of the person that I wanted to tell you about. All right, cool. Well, anyway, Doug, so let's get into some CNR shit before we keep talking smut and shit.
For sure. Well, one thing, they got on that pizza fucking topic the other day.
Pizza?
And that shit got me fucking fired up.
So, if I remember correctly, they were fucking downplaying it and saying how shitty it is to have something like a Papa Murphy's or a Romeo's or something like that, right?
Well, the comment that sent me into a fucking rage was Spot saying he doesn't understand the business model of take and bake pizza.
Take and bake. Well, you know what? I'm guessing there's some pros and cons. I'm guessing some of the pros are that you can't get it. You can't get the take and bake pizza at Domino's. You can't pay for it the same way you pay for it at a take and bake, right?
No, because that's what fired me up was like, Spot, all you're doing is stating the lifestyle you've been accustomed to your whole life. Mm-hmm. Because Take and Bake's business model, obviously you know nothing about it because it doesn't apply to you. And what that is like whenever food is hot, you can't pay with it with food stamps. Mm-hmm. When it's cold, you can buy it with your EBT card. So if
like at Papa Murphy's or
yeah, and not only that, there's another thing. There's one out here, or not out here, but in Fresno, there's a couple of them. And not only can you buy the pizza and the food and the cold sub sandwiches and everything with your EBT card, which again, you can buy EBT fucking cards for fucking 40 cents on the dollar in the ghetto, right? Mm-hmm. So that means for all you people that aren't good at math, for every $100 worth of shit you buy with a card, it really only costs you 40. Okay, so imagine being able to buy $100 worth of take and bake pizza that you only spent $40 for, and sodas and so people do that shit and ball out all the time. I know all kind of people that sell half their shit, because most of the time they're getting more money than they fucking need anyways. You might have 3 kids and get $800 in EBT. You might only need to spend $550 or $600. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They sell them last couple $100 for $75, and you're winning. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And they're winning because that's $75 cash. Maybe then they take them out to fucking real pizza with that $75. So the hustle continues. And the fact that Spot doesn't understand any of that. Like when I was in ghetto ass fucking grocery stores, bro, the tamale lady, Martha, and the other fucking lady, there was a lady that had a cake business. They would get their EBT card and go and buy all that shit and use it for the ingredients for their fucking business and flip the money. And they would turn, $200-300 on the EBT card into $1,000 worth of product that they've sold in the parking lot or through her cake business. So the business model is to sell to people that, number one, it's a cheaper product. If they don't have to cook the pizza, it's, there was a point when they were like $4 or $5 for a large pepperoni. You know what I mean? You take it home, cook it yourself. And so that's the business model, is to be able to sell it to the EBT customers. But the hustle on top of that is that some of those places will cook it for like $2. So maybe you got $2 and crumbled up ones, $2.14 out here in Cali with tax, and you buy the fucking pizza with the EBT, and then you just pay them $2 to cook it for you after you purchased it cold. Mm-hmm. So there's a big business model, man. And like the fact that, he said, I don't understand the business model. It just kind of got me fired up because, just because it almost got to Rich Davis, where if he don't understand it and he don't get it, it makes no fucking sense. Mm. When really it's one of the fucking smartest things going.
And you know what? And see, the thing that actually, I wasn't even thinking about that portion of it, about the EBT portion of it. But Doug, what I didn't understand is like these motherfuckers, because they contradicted themselves in the same conversation. Because
right.
They literally said, Who the fuck? They're like, the whole point of pizza is you want it hot and you want to go and get it and it's fucking blah blah blah. You don't want to take it home and bake it. Then they fucking went on to talk about your favorite frozen pizza, right? So right. I'm like, okay, so a frozen pizza that you're gonna have to take out of the freezer and thaw out or do whatever the fuck you do to it and bake it, or you can go to a place, get fucking like fresh-ish. Right, I don't know how fresh the ingredients are, but fresh.
They make it for you, bro.
So they make it right there, right? You throw the fucking, get the dough, put the fucking sauce, do all that shit. They put. Right. I've had Papa Murphy's before. They put little saran wrap around it, right? And you take that bitch home.
With the instructions on top, bro. There's a piece of paper with the instructions right on top.
So Doug, what's the difference to me about fucking? What's the difference then? Besides buying like a Tombstone pizza or some shit, or buying Papa Murphy's. Both pizzas you have to fucking put in the oven, right? Both pizzas, fucking the only difference to me is with the Papa Murphy's or something like that, you're gonna get fresher ingredients that aren't frozen.
Right. So, that's no different than Wendy's or fucking In-N-Out's fucking slogan, fresh never frozen.
Yep, 100%.
Right. Yeah. But really, I mean, and I love it, but really, like, are they that much better than a Carl's Jr.'s burger? You get that fucking bacon avocado burger from fucking Carl's Jr.'s, that shit's fire.
And think about it, Doug. If you do bring your fucking pizza, no, it's not fucking. It's not like wood or what is it, like in a wood oven or whatever the fuck. Right. It's in stone. Who gives a fuck, Doug? When you have it fresh out of the oven and you're fucking, that shit is gonna be dope. It's gonna be fresh as fuck. It's gonna be hot as fuck. By the time you get home with the fucking pizza from wherever the fuck you got it, it's probably gonna be a little cold anyway. Yeah, you could throw that bitch back in the fucking oven or something, but okay, now you're fucking heating the pizza that you bought that was already fucking hot, you know?
Well, and I'm not sitting here trying to say that it's better than Pizza Parlor pizza. I'm not going to say that. But what I will say is this. It's pretty damn good. You're right. When it's that fresh, anything that fresh is good. Right? I don't even care if you like fucking seafood. If someone just caught the fish that day, it's going to taste a little better than if it sat in the fucking supermarket, even vacuum sealed for a week. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the thing is none of those Papa Murphy's or the Romeo pizzas, the take and bakes, take more than 17 to 22 minutes to cook anyways. So if you pick it up on the way home from work, you're just going to heat the oven up and hook it up right there. You would have lost that heat time taking the pizza home from the parlor.
100%.
Or from the delivery driver delivering it to you. So, I mean, if you get a quality pizza, you know what I'm saying? The drop-off's not that big. But the thing is, for me, is the EBT. And that is the business model. There's a lot of people. I don't know the number of Americans on EBT in this country, but I'm going to assume that it's probably close to 25, 50. I wouldn't even be surprised if 100 million people of some sort of assistance.
What, let's fucking, as you're talking about that, why don't we fucking Google it? Let me see.
But you know what else the other hustle is too? And that Spot doesn't understand. It carries over than just pizza and take and bake. What do you think all that cold food at the gas station? You ever go into a Chevron where they got like a crispy chicken fucking thing in the corner where they're cooking JoJo's and fucking wings and chicken? Well, the shit they don't sell that they box up for next day in the cooler is now you can buy with EBT. It's the same model, man.
Yeah. Let me see.
And I got to get like Rich. I need a doodle pad, bro, because I keep adjusting this microphone. And I know Rich doodles. Covino pulls his shirt. I'm over here fucking with the microphone. I think all of our ADD, bro. I got to get something to fucking occupy my time when I'm sitting here.
Yeah, I can't fucking I can't find any fucking good numbers, but yeah, I'll put some on the screen right here somewhere if we could fucking figure it out. But no, I got my little doodle pad and shit too right here, dog. So
But what about your favorite pizza fast food? Because that was one thing that you know, I don't know if there's a right answer unless you come up with a really, really whack one. So, you know, because I think a lot of them are kind of good. So what's your favorite overall pizza in your town? Like, if I was to come visit, what pizza spot would you, and you were trying to show off your spot, like, hey, this is fucking Yuma's best. What would you do, and where would you take me? And then also, bro, what's your favorite out of the fast food pizza ones?
All right. Before I tell you about my favorite place here in town, do you got any numbers on the SNAP benefits or the fucking all that bullshit?
Yeah, I'll tell you this.
EBT.
Spotty. Well, EBT and SNAP is the same shit. I think SNAP is just what they call it on a national program level, but it's EBT. The
probably like something nutrition assistance program or some shit. Like
yes, yep. California alone got 1,184,710. Texas is 1.16. New York is 1.1. Florida is 1.1. Pennsylvania got fucking 700,000. Ohio got 630. I mean, there's 500,000 in North Carolina, 500,000 in Georgia. There's a lot, dude. So I think my 25 to 50 was probably pretty damn close.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of people, man. You got 50 million people that can get your product for free. You can go nationwide. I'm just saying. You got stuff that they can go ahead and
nationwide. They are nationwide.
They are. Papa Murphy's is.
Yeah.
That's a great business model, Rich. You got 50 million. I mean, not Rich, but Spot. There's 50 million people out there that can get your product without spending a dime out of their personal pocket.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel you. One of the places here, it's funny because that I dig, they don't accept EBT. Actually, they don't even accept debit cards, right? Because they're straight up fucking pulling.
Probably don't even let you in if you're on EBT.
They're pulling some Soprano shit, Doug, where it's all cash, right? And they it even says cash only, Doug, and they have like a fucking arrow pointed to like a dollar bill, and it says this is cash.
Oh shit!
Well, that place is fucking Ronnie's, and
Ronnie's from the Jersey Shore.
Ronnie, dog, this place gets down with their pizza. Their shit is authentic as fuck. It to me, it's the New York style pizza. It's so fucking dope. They also have dope ass. Oh fuck! Hold on.
Is that Ronnie?
Hey, I'm recording. But fucking Doug, Ronnie's has dope ass. What the fuck are they? Oh, I can't remember to save my life right now. Fucking Philly cheesesteaks, Doug. So their pizza and their Phillies are fucking dope, Doug. I'll bring you one day.
Did you just do the Italian fucking sign?
I couldn't help it, Doug. That's how good their shit is. But if you want some dope ass stromboli, I would have to take you to fucking Bernardo's. And we went to school. We went to school with a girl named Alex. Her family owns that place, and they have the dopest stromboli in town. So their shit's fucking good.
What about your fast food? What's your choice?
I don't know, Doug. See, I don't know, because I used to fucking dig Papa John's, right? That used to be my favorite one back in the day. But for some reason, over the last like 5 years or so, I don't dig it like I used to back in the day. So I don't know. One of my tias is a general manager at Pizza Hut, right? So growing up, we always had that shit for free. So I kind of got burnt out on that shit.
I used to dig Pizza Hut. I don't anymore, but I used to.
But so I mean, Pizza Hut's good, but I don't fucking. You know what I probably would say?
What's that?
Probably Peter Piper Pizza.
Back in the day, they don't have that no more, do they?
Peter Piper, they have one. Yeah, Doug, it's like fucking 10 minutes.
They got the video games and shit, or what?
Yeah,
I went
to a birthday party like 6 months ago over there,
and they still got like skee ball and shit over there, right?
Yeah, they got all that shit.
I definitely don't like the one with the rat. I don't know how Chuck E. Cheese how'd they pull that off, bro? How'd you get a rat in a pizza parlor as the fucking mascot?
Doug, like, and Chuck E. Cheese's pizza fucking sucks too. It's the worst.
I'm with you on that Papa John's. I used to like Papa John's a lot. I used to like Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut's pan pizza back in the day was legendary.
That was the shit.
It just got gold around the crust, bro, and it was legendary. But it seems all doughy and soggy nowadays,
100%.
And I don't like that. I don't. When they had the red cups and the fucking the old school light, remember it said Pizza Hut in the glass and shit. Mm-hmm. That was when they were fuego.
Yeah.
But no, I can't fuck with Pizza Hut. Little Caesars only if that motherfucker's hot and right. I mean, for $6 or $7, whatever they are now, if it just came out the oven, it's doable. Mm-hmm. If it's been sitting in the fucking heat warmer for 30 or more minutes, it's gotcha. I don't want none of that shit.
You're right. No, fresh out the oven, that shit is pretty. I know it has a bad reputation, but out the oven, that shit's pretty dope. I mean, it's not any fucking worse than any of the other shit you're getting, you know?
No, we just talked about it, bro. That's why the take and bake is good. Because when it's fresh out the oven, even the tombstones are all right. You know what I'm saying? So I think my favorite overall fast food pizza is Domino's. I like Domino's. I like their thick crust, and I like that they got Philly cheese. They're not like Bernardo's, right? Or they're not like those Philly cheesesteaks, but they're cool. And they got like deals. You get like the $5.99 if you get more than two. And then my favorite though pizza is it's technically like a fast food pizza, but I work there. It's called Me and Ed's Pizza, and their dough rises for 3 days. Like the dough you get when you order a pizza has went through 3 different stages for 3 days, and so it's fast food pizza priced. But if you're from the Central Valley, from Modesto all the way to fucking, I just saw one in Santa Maria actually. Me and Ed's, it's on a fire brick oven, and the fucking dough rises, and we got this little like a handle for a golf club, but it has a little square fucking sheet metal thing, and you pop the bubbles. And Me and Ed's, when done right, dude, that shit's fucking fire. And you can get a large combo for like $20. So shout out Me and Ed's because they fucking kill it. You know what I do got though? I don't know. I can get the details for you later. But I got this fucking pizza oven here that we had at Save Martin when they got new ones in the fucking deli. They threw one in the break room. And it's this fucking pizza maker, dude. So I bought one on eBay. And if you put a thin crust pizza in there, that motherfucker comes out candy, bro. It's fire. It's like a perfect fucking pizza oven. That's all it is. Has a little rack and shit where you fucking scooch it in and out. Mm-hmm. And if you get like a thin crust pizza, like California Pizza Kitchen or the fucking Walmart brand fucking thin crust pizza, kills them, dude. It kills them.
Hey, did your like fucking air conditioning go on or something?
It did.
Okay, I'll timestamp that so I can take out the sound.
The heater.
But the heater, Doug. What a fucking bitch. The heater.
What do you mean, bitch? Bro,
who uses the fucking heater, dog?
Bro, I'm not a fucking Eskimo. It's 50 degrees outside.
Doug, 50 degrees, dog. When it's like 54 degrees, I don't even fucking put on a hoodie.
Bro, because you're fucking used to it to be at 205 when it's fucking summertime. Yeah, that you welcome that shit. It don't get like that in Lompoc, bro. 50 degrees is 50 degrees. That shit's cold.
The heater. Dog, you know what? That's so funny. Like, I'm breaking your balls, but it's fucking funny because I don't have my heater on, right? And I still fucking, throughout the winter, I'll put the fucking fan on. I
put the fan on in my room.
Yeah, I need some kind of circulation of fucking... So you have the heater and the fan?
I put the fan on.
You're so confused, Doug.
No, check it out. There's a strategy to my methods. The fan, if the motherfucking oscillating stand-up fan is on, but the heater's on, what's it doing, bro? It's blowing around the heat.
Yeah.
But I put it on not for that. I put it on for also the sound.
Oh, okay.
Because I'll point that bitch at the closet. I don't give a shit, but it helps fucking block out every sound that's outside of my room.
Nah, fuck no, not me, Doug. I don't do it for the sound because I'm always fucking listening to something as I'm going to sleep.
Right.
But I do enjoy the fucking fan on me. Like full blast, I'll throw that shit on. Right. And what's funny, Doug, is that we've always kept our house cold ever since Kennedy was born. So now it's so funny because she gets hot as fuck and moody really quickly. Like she'll start being like, I'm hot. And it's like 70 degrees, 72 degrees in your house, whatever, you know? But she's like, what the fuck? Why is it so hot in here? And I'm like, oh, yeah, because, Doug, like, we used to have our AC we had this little shitty-ass little apartment when Kennedy was born. And we had it at 60 degrees. And
oh, shit.
As a newborn, dog, she was like, fuck, yeah. So now, dog, when we have, like, our house at, like, 72... She's like, what the fuck? You know, the first year and a half of my life, I lived in 60-degree weather. So, yeah.
You're trying to fucking smoke me out in fucking 7 degrees. You motherfuckers, quit that shit, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. But no, go ahead.
Speaking of food, though, I got another one for you.
What's up?
Rich also, you know, he said that, you know, we all know his love for Taco Bell, right? He likes to run for the border. And so with that being said, he also said that he's never had their breakfast. Have you? What do you think of it? And what's your favorite fast food breakfast?
You know what? I've only had like twice in my life, but I swear is the best fast food breakfast. Actually, let me answer your first question. I haven't had Taco Bell breakfast because I don't really care for Taco Bell. So I'll get it once in a while. I'll crave it. Like, oh fuck, you know, I could go for some Taco Bell for those like shitty fucking white people tacos, you know, I could go for that every once in a while, but for the most part I don't crave it, so I'm definitely not getting that shit for breakfast. But the one thing that I had, maybe actually, you know what, I had it, I think when I was coming back from Tucson when fucking I kicked it with Luis for the Super Bowl. I had a McGriddle. That was probably the second time in my life I had ever had one.
These things are fucking smacking.
Dog, those shits. But you know what though? The thing is, I've been fucking trying to kick back on my eating and shit lately, right?
Me too.
And
Me too.
Oh, you want to hear some good news, Doug? Fucking, let me see.
You ain't got to get 9 of those fucking 10 surgeries they were talking about last week?
No, I still, actually, this coming Thursday, I have an appointment. But, let me see. As of this morning, I'm 40 pounds down from my heaviest.
Damn.
So I'm like, that's why I can't have the McGriddles and shit, right?
Yeah.
But
congratulations, bro.
Yeah, man, thanks. I was talking to Luis about it, and I told him I just been like chipping away and shit, trying to do little shit. Like right now, I'm trying to get away from like artificial sweeteners, right? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to add more like more fruits and vegetables and shit. Like because before I used to swear off of fruits, right? Because I'm like, oh, the fucking sugar, right? But lately,
it's natural sugar.
I've been like, you know what, that shit. Plus all the vitamins and nutrients that they have, right? So I go, you know what? I'm not going to deprive myself of shit like that. And this last week, I lost 3 pounds. So I'm like, oh, fuck it. You know, I'm trying to do more natural shit. More fucking... And, but anyway, I don't even know how I got on that. Oh, so I said that's why I can't have the McGriddles all the time. So those are probably my favorite when it comes to
Which
a fucking...
Bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle?
I don't know. I don't remember what I
tried. The chicken one. The chicken ones are bomb too.
No, I never had a chicken one. I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah, and then Wendy's got some killer ass breakfast too. Now they're smaller, but they're trying to take them out.
Really? I didn't.
Oh
know.
Yeah, I fuck with McDonald's. Like Rich said with fucking, he said me and the kids, he gets some pancakes. I've had Taco Bell. I think I had like a breakfast Crunchwrap Supreme, and it's a Taco Bell breakfast Crunchwrap Supreme is what it is.
Yeah.
It's all right. But now Jack in the Box gets down with that ultimate fucking sourdough breakfast sandwich. You ever had that motherfucker?
I don't know if I've had that, but one of Jack in the Box, I fucking love their extreme sausage.
Yeah.
That shit's pretty fucking bad.
What about the croissant witch from Burger King?
I've never had that. I'm not big on Burger King.
No, I like the Whopper and I like that thing, but no, if I'm hitting breakfast, usually I'm going to Robertito's or fucking Arsenio's and I'm getting me a fucking breakfast fucking burrito.
Same here. Yeah. When it comes to breakfast, very rarely do I get it.
Papas and fucking chorizo.
Very rarely do I get like a breakfast from McDonald's or something like that, you know?
But McGriddles are smacking. They are smacking.
That would probably be my favorite breakfast shit of all time. But again, I said, I've only had it like twice in my life because they are so fucking good. But dog, they're so bad for you. So I'm like, I can't. It's like drugs to a crackhead. You can't have it all the time.
Sure. No, and you can't forget about the Egg McMuffin either because that fucker's smacking too. That and that little greasy ass hash brown.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. See, I'm trying to diet myself a little bit. I'm like not on, because I'm not on a crash course one. I've actually went to the gym in the morning 7 out of the last 8 days.
Yeah.
And I've been riding 5 miles every day on the bike, just trying to get my little cardio in. But I've been trying just to try to be healthier, man.
Doug, I'm gonna send you
in general.
Can you see a picture on your phone if I send it to you real quick?
Yeah.
All right, Doug. I'm sending you a picture. This is me at my heaviest. Tell me if you get that shit.
Hey, you sent a baseline tray, bro? Why's baseline tray coming up?
Are you able to see the picture?
No, but I hear baseline tray. Now the picture came up.
Oh, did you see it though?
Bro, all I'm gonna say is this.
What's up?
It's not the size.
It's the look.
You can't be that size in that outfit.
Doug, I was working, all right?
So what, bro? You look like fucking you're on fucking Trailer Park Boys or something. What is that, bro? What you got cutoffs?
Yeah, Doug.
Lows.
I was fucking okay. Cause I was cleaning.
Why do you have mittens where the fuck your thumbs are exposed?
Cause dog, I needed to actually touch shit as I was fucking working and shit, dog. You never know when you're gonna have to hold a screw or something, dog. You gotta cut at least. All right, on my gloves.
Why is there an old ass stolen shopping basket right there? What the fuck is going on,
Doug,
dude?
I'm gonna tell you about this. So this was my great grandma's house, right? And we were cleaning it out. It was me and Johnny. And we were fucking, it was hot as fuck, so I had to fucking take off my normal shirt. That was my undershirt. That's why it has cut off sleeves and shit. And my fucking uncle used to,
But why is it so short?
because I'm so fucking fat, dog.
No, I don't care how. You got to go at least one more size, bro. That
Exactly.
Can't go above your,
well, no,
it's going above your fucking belt buckle, bro.
I know, dog. That's what
your belly button fuzz is sticking out.
But dog, so this house, all right, my great grandma, right? She was 94 when she died, right? So she died. My fucking uncle, who was on crack, like straight up crack, like I'm not just joking, he was on crack, ended up fucking turning that house into like a hoarder's house, right? And so we ended up going and fucking cleaning it all out and fucking actually renovating it and shit. So this was at the very start of it. That's why you see
Rose there.
That's why you see fucking shopping carts and shit there. Dog, I'll send you some pictures of fucking how fucking crazy it was. Yeah, it was crazy as fuck. But that's why I'm in my my fucking. Let me see.
Your mode?
Yeah, that's why I'm in my. Let me see. Hold on. Doc, like, let me send you like 2 pictures real quick, Doug. Fucking,
bro, can you have more clothes on than that though?
Doug, look at.
You're exposing your thumbs, bro.
Oh, there's one. Let me see. Fucking. All right, hold on. Let me send you this real quick. I'm gonna send you 2 pictures, Doug. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? L. All right, dog. I just sent you 2 pictures, so you could be like, you could really see. This is what.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's bad, bro.
Oh yeah, is it bad?
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Oh yeah. So
I wouldn't. I fuck that. We're charging the estate, bro. We're getting a company in to get that shit. That's too much, bro.
Yeah. So that was fucking. We actually ended up. Yeah, we did a lot of work to that house, but anyway, dog. That's like, but yeah. So from that picture, I've come a long way, dog. My shirts actually are the right size, right? They're long enough, so that's why I can't be having the McGriddles all the time, dog. I'll be looking like what did I remember that day? Johnny told me, he was like, "What the fuck?" He is like, "Does The Biggest Loser have a Harley Davidson edition or some shit?"
Yeah, no, you look like you got off of
dog.
Like a no-name fucking dirt street bike, fucking smoking and shit all the way down the block.
Well, Doug, and then it's not even a bandana. It was like a fucking kind of like a, I don't even know what the fuck you call it, but you could tie it in the back, but it was just like, it was terrible. But anyway, Doug, fucking, hey, what are you gonna do?
I'm on that fucking, that same thing though. I'm trying to, you know what I did, for my stoner ass, what I realized is that if I just buy the salad and try to make, I mean, I don't know how healthy the Olive Garden dressing in the bottle with croutons. I mean, I know there's olives in there and shit, and pepperoncinis, but no, I try to buy fruits. I'll buy oranges and those little fucking, those little clementines, the cuties and halos. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy those. Mm-hmm. I'll buy fucking apples, banana chips, trying to buy some banana chips, rice cakes. So I try to buy a bunch of shit, plain rice cakes, but I try to buy a bunch of chickpea chips. You know what I mean? Any of the shit, dude. Just so if I get snacky and there's no fucking chocolate or there's no like bunk ass sugars in there, I'll eat the healthy shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my trick too. And I'm not doing it necessarily because it tastes better. Although when I'm blazed, I mean, it still tastes good enough. I mean, you bite into a bomb ass fucking orange or a juicy ass apple. Oh, that shit's fire, bro.
You know what? Actually, I gotta tell. I told you,
especially with some tahini.
I told you over the weekend, but we haven't discussed on here yet. But speaking of the big box stores like the Costco's and Sam's Club and all that shit, this weekend I had gone to Sam's Club, right? Because my girl wanted to go get some shit. She's like, "Oh, let's go get, Kennedy's snacks and lunch and shit for whatever the fuck." So I went, right? I haven't been a fucking Sam's Club in I don't know how many years. So we go, and Doug, just like you were talking about, how you were like, a lot of that shit is like you're not even saving, right?
Fuck no.
So Doug, I looked at my girl's like, oh, she's like, do you want to get tomato sauce, right? I looked at the tomato sauce and it said, however much fucking, there's like fucking 32 in here or some bullshit, right? It came out to 60 cents each when they're fucking like 33 cents at Walmart. So I was
dude.
how the fuck is that a deal? I'm like, so now I'm gonna have fucking 30 some odd or fucking 40 tomato sauces, and I paid extra for them. Like,
and you tied up how much fucking months worth of tomato sauce in one run? Like, I don't need 40.
Exactly. Like,
you know what I mean?
When I buy them,
it's
dog,
like,
it's literally like 3 at a time. You know?
Right. And then you buy them and you do it maybe once a week.
Yeah.
You get 3 for $1. Right? What do I need a $40 worth of fucking tomato sauce for? That's like, bro, you know when fucking, well, you'll see, because your daughter, she's barely getting up there in that age. But once she starts getting up there in that age, dude, like school clothes hits, right? When you got to start buying school clothes, that shit's every year at like $400 or $500. And then Christmas comes, another fucking $400 or $500. You know what I mean? And then it just is what it is. I can't make every time I go to Costco feel like school clothes.
Exactly.
Because every time you go to Costco, it's fucking, if you're buying shit, it's $400 or $500.
Yeah, it was.
And what'd you spend?
Actually, we didn't spend a lot. It was 100. Oh, you know what? I know how much it was because my girl thought it was gonna be like 114, and it was like we literally got just like snacks for Kennedy's school. And then I got like a little thing of meat that was like $20. But Doug, I guessed 126.32, and it was 126.64. And Doug, and I just threw out a number, and I was off by like 30 cents. So
for $126, how many items do you think you got?
I don't know. It was like a 30 fucking box of like cereal and like a 30.
No, but I mean, like, how many items did you get? Like, not how many were in the package. How many different items went through? Did you have to beep?
Probably
6?
less than 10.
Right.
Yeah, probably less than 10.
So you know what? That's another thing for Spot in a business model.
Because we got like Capri Suns, like some fucking chips, cereal, fucking the meat that I got, water. And like literally, yeah, probably about 10 things. I would say 10 things.
And again, not that you can't get good meat and good produce, and they have certain items that you can't get anywhere else, right? So Costco, I'm not sitting here saying Costco's bad, but the business model that they have been successful with is convincing people to pay them $60 a year to shop in their store, and also convince them they need 6 months worth of stupid shit like toilet paper and paper towels and laundry detergent and just shit they just don't need. Like, they have convinced the average American, if you have more than 2 kids, that you need to stock up on this shit. And so you're paying them to do it. So not only do they get you to overspend and get fucking, again, you bought 10 items. Imagine if you bought 30 or 40, right? You're needing 2 baskets, and that's a $400 or $500 bill. And, I don't know, man. It makes sense for what you just did. I don't know how much money you saved, but if you're getting shit for her class, everyone grub. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, and see, yeah. So I don't know, Doug. I mean, it was fucking, it was like, yeah, like it was like $120, but I don't know, to be honest. Like, I don't know, fucking, how, but I just fucking, yeah, because I had took my girl to breakfast. It was on Friday morning. We took Kennedy to school, and I was like, hey, you want to go to breakfast? She's like, yeah. So we go to breakfast, and I was like, cool, we'll go to breakfast, and then I can start doing...
You get an omelet?
Actually, I did, to be honest.
I did today, too, bro.
I got an omelet because, Doug, I was looking at all this shit. Doug, one of the fucking... we went to Black Bear Diner, right? I don't know if that's like local Bear. Or whatever.
Yeah, we got Black Bears out here.
Well, Doug, so we fucking... I looked at the first thing... The first thing on the menu, Doug, said 2,500 calories for that fuck. I was like, for fucking breakfast? So yeah, I was like, fuck that shit, Doug. Like,
that's Fat Boy Deluxe right there.
I was like, holy fuck. So then I ended up getting an omelet, and instead of like the hash browns or whatever the fuck it was, I got like fruit or some shit. So it was actually it was decent, you know. But she was like, oh, so I was thinking now I'm gonna go and work on the shit that I have to work on. Like, I got to finish cleaning my shed, or I got to do this or that. And she's like, you want to go to Sam's Club? I was like, sure. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So we did that shit. But
and Sam is good at it too, bro, because think about what it's called. It's a club, really. I got to be in a fucking, feel like I'm in a club to spend fucking a shitload of money.
Oh, and you know what though, Doug? One of the things they changed is back in the day on their little cards and shit that say like Sam's Club, whatever. You used to have like your picture on it, right? So like when you would like show it to the people at the door, they're like, okay, this motherfucker actually belongs here. Right. Now it just looks like a fucking credit card. So when you're walking in, you don't even have to fucking show it. Because, like, how the fuck are they going to know that you're the person on the credit card, right? So we just walk in. And my girl has, like, her little card that I thought they had to scan it before they start running your shit.
Maybe that fucker just scans the area, bro.
I don't fucking know. No, and then...
Well, it might, though, because when I worked in grocery, we had in the hood, we had shopping baskets, and there was a way for them to tell if you paid or not. So, like, that's how they lock up. So if you go past, if you didn't, there's like every register has like it communicates. So when they pass through there and pay and the transaction's over, it almost is like the green light for that fucker to keep going. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they're checking the cards, the RFID or something.
Oh, well, see, that's, you're cool. All right. Well, it's funny though, because, there was, what was I going to say? You said the cards. Oh yeah, we saw some people that we knew in there. This white couple that we know, right? And they were like, "You guys aren't gonna wait in line, are you?" They're like,
"Are they buying goldfish?"
They're like, "No, Doug." They're like, "You're not doing scan and go." And I was like, "Bitch, I'm fucking Mexican. I can't fucking just walk out of the fucking store like."
Yeah, you can. Like, what are you talking about?
And so she fucking.
Yeah, you can.
So they could fucking chase my stupid ass. I told you the fucking last episode how fucking they fucking chased me out of Home Depot for shit I had already paid for.
I don't know what happened there, but I mean, I would think 99 out of 100 times that's not going to happen, right?
I don't know, dog. This fucking...
I love Scan and Go, bro. This Walmart right here in Lompoc, bro, they got about 35 fucking checkouts, and there's only 4 that are human. I love it, dude. I haven't waited in line yet. One of those fucking self-checkouts is always open.
It wasn't a self-checkout. She's talking about on your phone.
What do you mean?
As you're
scan
putting shit in your cart, you're scanning it and like paying for it on your phone.
Okay.
So then you just walk out of the fucking store, right?
Yeah, it's dope if you're paying credit cards.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Doug. My stupid ass is going to be walking out. Now they're going to fucking stop me and embarrass my dumb ass because I did something.
No, they ask you for a receipt?
I don't fucking know how that scan and go shit works, Doug, but...
Because every time I go to this Walmart right here, they ask everybody at the door for their receipt anyways.
Yeah, well, I know they checked our physical receipt when we were leaving, and then they start scanning shit in your cart.
Yeah.
So they're like, they grab your receipt, and then they scan like 3 things in your cart to make sure that they're just random items that are fucking paid for or some shit.
See, it's technology, bro.
I don't fucking know, Doug. But I don't know. Maybe that's the old school caveman in me where I'm like, fuck that shit. I don't trust it. They just
Caveman?
They just want to set me up, dog, so they could chase me out the store and make me look fucking stupid. So,
bro, Captain Caveman on his cartoon did have a segment called Dilemma.
Oh, speaking of Dilemma. Oh shit, never mind. I can't even say that right now. Yeah, no, I can't because I don't know if my girl's here or not. Not that it's anything bad. It's just a surprise that I have for her. All right. But anyway, Doug. So yeah, I'm trying to think of I have one, Doug. This is like more Covino and Rich shit. Did you? I don't know if you heard or not, but Covino and Rich, Covino this week he shared a picture of the fucking screen doors on the bottom of his feet.
I heard him talking about
Dog,
it. And Jordan fucking said something.
I don't know how somebody could let their socks get to that point, Doug. And like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because like, I don't know. Maybe it's because like, I don't know what it is, but I've never, you know what? Actually, I do remember the screen doors maybe about 15 years ago, but
I remember the doors.
You know what? I think I stopped the screen doors and shit when I started buying my own socks and shit. You know, because
every time they'll peep up on me once in a while, and like I'll try to throw them away. You know what I mean? That's what I try to do. Is that once I notice them like that, I'll just throw the fucker away. You know what I mean? But then half the time you're throwing one away.
Yeah, you're throwing one, but not the other. Oh, dog, there's another King of Queens reference. Fucking Jerry Stiller. He comes and he sits in the living room and he puts his feet up on the coffee table. And they have big ass 4s on them. And and fucking Kevin James is like, a couple of things. He's like, you have your feet in my face. He's like, and why do they have big 4s on them? And Jerry Stiller's like, obviously you're not aware of something called toe memory. And then he was like, okay. He's like, but couldn't you put L's and R's if it's for your left foot and right foot? And he was like, look at Douglas. He gets all pissed and yells at him. It's just fucking funny. But yeah, so when you throw one away, then you are fucking up the whole rotation, because now when you're trying to pair your socks, you're missing one, you have one extra. And then, so you know what? At that point, you have to throw the whole pair away.
Yeah, or you got a little side cubby drawer that you keep fucking spares.
Dog, I've done that, and now I have a whole fucking overflowing drawer of socks that don't match, and I need to throw that whole drawer out, because to me, like, I know, like, the kids and shit, like my little cousins and shit, they always wear like mismatched socks and they don't give a fuck. To me,
I don't like that.
They have to not only match, they got to be the same fucking brand, the same sock. They got to be a pair. They can't.
It has to be.
You can't wear a fucking Hanes and a fucking, Adidas, and you can't. Or no, fuck no, dog. They have to, like some of the most recent socks that I found are fucking comfortable. They're Reebok, right? But some have like a larger print Reebok, and some have like a little bit smaller text or font or whatever. Fuck that. They got to be, if it's a large font, I got to have both socks have a large font. Right? No, fuck that. Like, it annoys the fuck out of me. So the fact that I have a drawer overflowing of socks that are fucking like different, that have no fucking buddy, I need to just toss the whole drawer out.
They got a kid sister?
Nuh-uh. I said they have no buddy, not my buddy. Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
Hey, you know what though? The thing is that fucking you gotta get rid of them, man. You can't be having fucking mismatched socks, because you just said it earlier. You went to breakfast and, you're eating breakfast, and all of a sudden it's like, you want to go to Sam's Club. And before you know it, you're a fucking Sam's Club. If that would have been the mall, I'm guaranteed to go into Foot Locker and Champ Sports. And if they got some shit I want to try on, now I got fucking mismatched socks. And I feel like a fucking Barbosa.
A fucking sock with a fucking screen door on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Doug. Like, I just feel like, I don't know. To me, I don't fucking dig that shit.
What about print socks? Do you wear like them are you one of them fucking like those fancy print socks like Cheech and Chong, or like I Love Weed, or do you get Golden State Warriors? I mean, do you get any of them fucking crazy ass fucking prints?
All my socks are just fucking black.
Yeah, no, I like black socks. I like Dickie. I wear Dickies. Those fuckers, they don't get screen doors too easy.
Yeah. What are these? These are Fruit of the Loom. They are comfortable as fuck though, dog. They're just normal black fucking low socks.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what it is too. I like comfy socks. You know what I mean? Because
no, I'm telling you, these Fruit of the Looms are dope, and then the fucking Reeboks that I just said, those are dope. Fuck.
I like those comfy ass ones they sell at Big Five for like fucking $10 a pair. Those extra runner socks, those fuckers. You wear those with some Air Max, it feels like you're walking on a cloud.
See though, I don't like the socks too fucking thick, because then I feel like it's easy to get like blisters and shit on your feet. Because I just feel like when they're that thick, I kind of feel like your feet are like sliding around, or I don't know. I don't dig them when they're that thick.
Well, no, those are the air ones. They're breathable.
Oh, they are?
So I think on the top you can breathe, but then on the bottom they're hella comfy, bro. Yeah. I like them.
Yeah, but Covino's fucking screen doors, I thought that was fucking funny. I have, or you know what? Let's see something that you have before I go next.
How about I got fucking Verizon lets you kind of customize your caller ID, right? I don't know if it's a plan thing or whatnot, but I've got in the settings. You ever get in your settings, just start fucking around?
Yeah.
In apps or whatever, just start fucking around, right?
Yeah.
Well, I got in there and somehow it let me change how my name appears on your caller ID if you have it, right? Say you pay Verizon, or you have, you pay someone for the service where it does the name and number. Because a lot of times most cell phones, if you don't pay for that, it just shows the number. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it'll actually, if you pay the extra $2 for the call blocking, it'll also allow you to get the name and the number. Or obviously the old school ways. Maybe you got a fucking caller ID at work or something.
Yeah.
So anyways, I had to hire a couple of people last week. So I had to make some, I had to do some W-4s and I-9s. So I had a couple phone calls with HR. And when I called and they didn't answer the first time, right? At the bottom of every email, it has like the email address, the title, the job, and then, personal number if they have one, or office number. So I tried to call and they didn't answer. And then I got a call back, right? And it was LA area code. So I answered. And the lady's like, did you know that your name shows up as El Cucuy? And I was like, I played dumb. I was like, huh, really? She's like, yeah. She started laughing. She goes, it made my whole day. And I'm like, well, as long as it made your day, I'm good.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't even know what that means.
After Show But Later. Do you listen to that show?
She's like, you're El Cucuy from the After Show But Later?
I got your cell phone number?
Oh, I know. Next thing you know, you're getting... Okay, let's see. Timestamp. All right. Got a couple of fucking timestamps on here. Fuck. What was I going to tell? Okay, El Cucuy. Oh, Doug, you know, one of the most random shit? It said, you know how you said that, like, if you're at work or whatever, sometimes you can see the caller IDs and shit? Right. If you call my office phone, right, I can see the name. It says, you know, fucking whatever. But when my mom...
I want to call it and see if it says El Cucuy.
The last time you called it, it didn't. I remember.
But it has been a minute, though. This has only been like the last 3 weeks or a month.
Then definitely. No, you fucking...
And maybe you can use that on the show, bro. I'll call you if let's see what it says.
For sure. We'll add that in the show for next week, or if we do a show midweek. But it's Doug. Want to hear the weirdest shit? When my mom calls, right? My mom's on. Is she on Verizon? Yeah, my mom's on Verizon, but nothing to do with my line, right? Not on the same plan. Fucking whatever. We haven't been on the same plan since I was in high school, right?
Okay.
When she calls my office, Doug, her phone number says my name. How the fuck does that happen? She didn't put...
Were you guys on Verizon together at one time when you did share a plan?
Possibly.
Were you still
I don't know.
Then that has to be how then.
I don't... Yeah.
Because it's probably in one of those settings somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it might be a setting that's not important, and it might not have nothing to do with billing. But if your name's anywhere on her account at any given time, maybe the computer's pulling that or...
Dog, why you gotta be so damn logical? All right? You just took the fun out of it. I was ready to get into a conspiracy thing about a multiverse and, you know, simulation. And all of a sudden you come with fucking logic, dog. I hate when you do that shit.
Were you guys ever on Verizon together at any point?
Probably. Because I think when I was 19, I was working at Cracker Barrel. I think I might have been on her plan back then, you know?
I mean, bro, that's like me getting mail from my dad, right?
Okay, Doug. Okay, we figured it out. All right, cut off this controversy shit. All right. Okay, so I was thinking it was all cool and conspiracy and fucking Russia, Ukraine, and all this kind of shit, you know.
Bro, just because you pray to Elon Musk, that's not my issue. All right.
Doug, I made a bad Ukraine joke the other day in mixed company. Oh, I gotta tell you why. This past weekend, Friday, was not only my sister's birthday, so happy birthday to Julissa.
Happy birthday.
You know, I call her Julie. So happy birthday, Jewel. But
Miss Romance.
Also, actually, speaking of romance, on her birthday, she got engaged.
Ooh.
So congrats to them too for fucking, you know, getting engaged. And so, yeah, I was like, I can't believe, Doug, my fucking baby sister's like growing up and shit to where like she's fucking engaged and like fucking like old and has like her fucking graduate degree. I'm like, that makes me
believe it, bro.
That makes me think that, Doug, it sucks because I'm like, if she's going through all that shit, that means I'm old as fuck, right?
Bro, before you fucking look over your shoulder, it's gonna be your kid.
I know, dog. I can't believe it. Right.
That's when you're going to feel old. You think his baby sister fucking growing up feels old. Wait till fucking Kennedy's getting married. You're going to be like, dude, where'd the fucking time go?
Yeah, dog. That's honestly, I'm feeling like that right now. And she's fucking, she'll be 6 in a couple of months, you know? And already, dog, I'm like looking at videos because, dog, 5 years ago, we had iPhones and shit, right? So looking at videos of her, like my girl sent me a video the other day of Kennedy where she couldn't even talk yet, and she had 2 big ass teeth in the front, and just to like hear her like doing her baby talking shit, you know, I was like, "Fuck, dog." Now she's like with her stupid ass little jokes and like being a smart ass and, you know, yelling at me and shit, and I'm just like, "Fuck!" It's just so crazy.
You know what's crazy is that ties into something else I had.
What up?
Excuse me. The guys were talking about a bucket list. Me myself, I have a fuck it list, but do you got anything on your bucket or fuck it list that you just feel like you want to do that make you feel complete? I know we talked about this a little bit before. You said you got your teeth fixed, and you know, we kind of went over this a little bit. But I mean, have you updated it? Anything new? Because I know as we get older, you know, our perspective and our idea of happiness and accomplishments even change. You know what I mean?
What? There. I would say, Doug, and it's kind of a boring answer, but I think now, like you're talking about Kennedy and shit. I think one of the motivators recently for me, one of my things is, Doug, like, yeah, we don't know like what the future holds as far as like I could fucking walk outside and get shot, right? Or ran over or some shit. But I think,
or your cell phone stolen.
I think, yeah, you know, just randomly get a stolen or whatever. But I just feel like, I don't want to say bucket list because, but I more like the 3-year plan type of shit. So I guess it is kind of a bucket list item, but I definitely want to get into like good shape or like health, you know, like where I don't want to fucking die on Kennedy at 40 because I couldn't stop eating Cheetos or some shit, you know? To me, that's fucking the most selfish bullshit you could ever.
You have a foot fetish or what?
Cheetos. Oh.
Didn't know you were into feet that much, bro.
Doug, well, fucking now you know about the Cheetos, Doug. You know the funny, Doug. The funny thing is that I don't even fucking dig Cheetos, so I don't even know why I use that. But yeah, like how selfish is that, Doug? To fucking die of like a heart attack or fucking you, Doug. So now your kids are like fucking living, you know, 20, 30, 50, 70 years without you because you couldn't fucking put down the burrito, like. Come on now.
Well, but it's I'm with you. I'm totally with you on that. But then people never put the burrito down and live to be 85, 90. So I think that's still, I think that you're definitely, when you smoke cigarettes, you drink bottles of liquor every day. I think obviously, you know, that stuff contributes to longevity and health. But man, some people, you know, I don't know. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I like good shit. I think that if we get it under control, the key thing with that is moderation. And it's to lose the weight. It's to go to the gym. And then that way, if once or twice a week you want to have a cheat day, you don't fucking gorge. Number one, you don't go order buffet, steak with lobster, side of shrimp, the fucking brownie, fucking chocolate overload for dessert, and then fucking go home and sit on your ass. Like, even if you were going to do something like that, you better work for it at the gym before, or you better work for it after, and it better not happen again for months.
Yeah, no, I feel you 100%. I feel you right there. But what do you have as far as like I'm gonna try to think of like actual bucket list items, but what do you have?
I think at this point in my life, I've did a lot of stuff. I really don't, you know, career wise, I'm. You know, even if I got fired tomorrow, bro, I mean, you know, what I've accomplished with this company, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? And like retail and at one point I wanted to finish my 2-year degree. But I'm fucking taking the page out of Gary Vee's note. Like, what does that fucking stupid certificate even mean? Right? Like the experience I have in retail with management and leadership and the experience I have over here and with the health company and whatnot, that fucking, it's past that. So you know what? I used to care, me and you talked about it. You even helped me fucking.
Sorry, I couldn't help you with that.
No, that's all right. But no, you even helped me get enrolled over there. And I'm like, fuck it, dude. Like at that point, I'm done. I don't need to finish it. And maybe I'm old and bored one day I'll do it. But for career wise and like emptiness and accomplishment, I'm good. I don't feel that no more. Maybe I would like to go to fucking, what's those fucking islands? The Polynesian islands? Bora Bora. I'd like to go to Bora Bora one day and not necessarily like, money wise, like that's not the accomplishment. It's just such of a mission for time because it takes like 24 hours to get there, 24 hours to get back. And then I would like to stay for a week if I was to go, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think like bucket list, maybe something like that, because it is a shitload of money. That's going to cost you $5 or $10 grand to do it. But because I want to be in the hotel on the water. Have you seen those fucking cabanas where it has like the glass floor and you can see the fish swim underneath the fucking.
Yeah, fuck that, Doug. I'm not trying to do that shit.
Oh yeah, no, that's Mando. I gotta do that at some point. No. And I got the scratch save for it, but it's more of the time because I'd have to get like 2 weeks off from work, and you got to fucking have someone that's down to go with you for fucking that time that can get time off as well. And that would be one of my bucket list things. And you know what? And on a personal bucket list is just to have as many healthy and happy relationships as I can. Anyone that maybe I got a strained relationship with now. You know, which not very many, obviously, but just to help that person find peace and happiness and forgiveness, and just not to have any strained relationships with anybody that I care about.
You know what
I'm saying?
You know, one of the, I think, bucket list items that I didn't even know was a bucket list item until I did it. Well, actually, I was fucking hella stoked when last year we went to Orlando to take my daughter to fucking Disney World, right? I don't want to say that was a bucket list item, but I never thought I would be in Florida, right?
Okay.
You know, and my girl, she fucking I've never been to Hawaii either, My girl was born.
Well,
my girl.
Hold on. I hate to interrupt, but if you go on fucking April 29th or fucking April 30th, and you go for the Friday, Saturday, Sunday weekend, dude, it's like $225 round trip ticket.
Oh, and you know what? And I have a friend that just moved over there. So her husband just got stationed over there, and she told me,
cheap,
she's like,
bro.
whenever you guys come out here, she's like, you guys got a room to fucking crash. They're like literally like 2 minutes from the beach. So she was like, hey, come out here. Her daughter is 1 month younger than Kennedy.
What island?
Fucking, I don't know, dog. Fucking
Oahu or Maui?
I think it's Oahu.
Yeah, and you can eat cheap. I know where all the spots out there. Like, you don't want to go to Mama's Fish House and all those fancy ones. I think that one's on Maui.
Oh, Doug.
And they're dope, but the best food's the local food.
What I got to tell you though about was when we were in Florida, the funniest shit, dog, and this is like the lamest shit of all time, but I don't give a fuck. I own who I am, right? So
you fucking took pictures with Mickey, Goofy, and Minnie?
No, dog, even lamer than that. So when we were gonna go to Epcot, right?
Heater Alley.
So we were gonna go to Epcot, and it was just gonna be me and my girl on that day, right? So we went out. Her dad was gonna drop us off that day, and so we went out to breakfast with him, whatever, because he's living in Florida. And so I had looked up the address to. Do you know who Lou Pearlman is?
Sounds familiar.
Okay, he was the dude that put together Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, O-Town, all them bands, right? He used to have a spot in Florida that he owned this place called Transcontinental Records or whatever, right? And it was a place where he had like a girl group called like Nobody's Crush or some shit, or Nobody's Angel or some bullshit. He had like.
Have you heard of Cardi B's sister, Cardi C?
No, I haven't. But
Cardi C, these nuts.
But Doug, so he had this place, right, where he had all these fucking this rehearsal space and all this shit, right? And for me, growing up, my family was fucking. We watched Making the Band, all the way through, and many times. While this place where they used to rehearse, where O-Town used to rehearse when they got put together, we were fucking where we had ate at the restaurant. We were only 15 minutes away from it. And I wasn't going to fucking say anything because I'm like, I'm not going to make this motherfucker, my father-in-law, drive us over there. It's fucking stupid, right? But my girl was like, oh, yeah, you know what? Because he was like, we have some time to kill. What do you guys want to do? And I was like, whatever.
Get my cell phone stolen.
And then my girl was like, oh, you know what? He would like to probably go by this place. And so, we told him a little bit about it. He's like, well, let's go. So we went by it, dog. And it was so fucking surreal to me. For us to be like driving through there, dog, like in these places that I had seen on TV as a kid, over and over and over as a kid, dog. Like, and I was like, hey, this is where fucking Ikaika sat by this car, and this is where fucking Trevor was getting yelled at by Doc Holliday. Doc Holliday, one of the greatest fucking vocal coaches, right, in fucking music. So I'm like, Doc Holliday was standing right here, fucking yelling at Trevor right here, fucking this and this. I'm like, this is where Ashley and them went out for a run. And Doug, so I was right fucking there. And to me, that was like nothing that I planned on, but it was such a dope experience. Like I fucking FaceTimed my sister and she was like, I can't believe you're fucking right there. Right. And so I had tweeted out a picture, like right in front of where they would walk in, and go rehearse or whatever. And fucking, then Trevor from O-Town hit me up and he was like, oh, he's like, that's dope. I remember that place. And I was just like, oh, that was fucking cool, man. Cause like that meant so much to me as a kid. So that was kind of a bucket list item that I didn't even know was a bucket list item. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even realize how dope it would be until I was there. And I start having all these flashbacks of even like me and my family.
You made me change my answer, bro.
Okay, go ahead. What is it?
No, finish. But you did. You got me all worked up. Now I'm changing my answer.
I was gonna say, Doug, like, because as a kid, me and my family used to watch that shit, and like, being that my dad passed, so many years ago and shit, and it's just like all that shit is coming back to you. You're like seeing us like as kids watching that shit, and like my brother is still fucking like in high school, but still kind of watching it, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just crazy. Like, it was just had so many memories, like flashback,
For sure, bro.
So,
well, I still stick to my Bora Bora. I do. But I'm also going to say I want to go to a Super Bowl. I've went to a couple NBA finals. I'm a Raider fan and I'm a Golden State Warrior fan, and I was a Warrior fan since 98. So all this cute shit after 2015 is fun, and it's been great with all those fucking 5 straight NBA finals. But I remember in 02-03, I believe 02-03, I was going to go watch the Raiders in the Super Bowl when the center went to TJ and got all fucked up and we ended up losing to Gruden. I was going to go to that one. And I remember it was $1,000 a ticket. And I remember at the time I was just being cheap because I didn't want to pay for my old lady to go. And I would want her to go, but I didn't want to spend $1,000 for her fucking seat. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to go by myself. And I think it was in LA back then. No, it was in San Diego. And yeah, it was in San Diego because he went to TJ and got fucked up. Mm-hmm. So I was going to go, bro. That was the last time the Raiders were relevant before this year. You know, I guess they went to the playoffs in 2016. But minus 2016 and minus this year, they ain't been to the playoffs since. And Jamarcus Russell and the Randy Mosses and fucking all the bullshit along the Terrell Pryors and all the shit along the way, when the Warriors finally got good because I was a Warrior fan since Jordan retired. I said, fuck it, I'm starting fresh. Yeah. And they sucked balls like the Raiders did all that fucking time. And but the Warrior game, because, you know, there's a potential 7 NBA finals, and a lot of those games went to at least 6. There's a couple different ones on each team's home floor. So those tickets weren't as crazy to go to. I think those tickets were like $600 each or something. But I've been to the playoff game with Kevin Durant before he became a Warrior when they had us down 3-1 and we came back and won. I went to that series, couple finals, but I think I would love to go to a Super Bowl. Especially, I think if you went to this last one in LA, bro, with Dre and them performing, yeah, that's an all-time fucking. I heard Shannon Sharp say the other day that there's nothing like the vibe and the energy of a heavyweight fight, right? Mm-hmm. I would have to say the Super Bowl. If it's not the same, it's a close fucking second. Yeah. So I want to see a heavyweight fight too, man. Imagine if you saw Mike Tyson fight back in the day.
You know what? I don't know if this is necessarily a bucket list item, but when you say that, Doug, I think one of the things I do want to do, but it's not like, to me, a bucket list item is more, I don't want to say unattainable, but it's not like something you could do, you know, every weekend, right? Or some shit. I don't know. But one of the things I do want to do that I have never done is go to a UFC fight. I think that would be fucking dope. My cousin,
I would go to one.
Doug, my cousin, he's been to a gang of them. Yeah, he's been to, I mean, a gang of them when like Cain Velasquez was fighting. He went to the one when Brandon Moreno, the first Mexican-born champion, won that title. You know, it was in Phoenix, because they go to Phoenix pretty often. You know, right. So I think that would be kind of cool. I might roll with my cousin the next time he goes, because I think that shit would be pretty dope. You know, and but go ahead.
Or Tyson Fury and fucking Deontay Wilder, bro. Imagine if you were at that fucking fight.
No, see, I think that would be dope. I think I would be stoked to go to like a boxing fight.
Right.
But I think I would probably, I think I would be more excited to go to a UFC fight if it was like somebody that I was really excited to see, you know, because would be dope to go to a boxing one, especially like Tyson Fury, because you're like, oh fuck, that shit, I feel like it would be a once in a lifetime type of thing, but I wouldn't be as stoked because right now I'm like balls deep in the UFC, you know? And, but I think, you know, one of the things that I think was really a bucket list item, and again, that I didn't really think of. And for me, it's kind of like, I grew up a huge fan when I was a kid of Jay Leno, right? I remember watching The Tonight Show later.
This guy?
Yes, that guy. Later, I became a fan of Conan, and I was a fan of late night TV, right?
Me too. So I love Conan.
I was a huge fucking fan of late night TV, and one of the things that my girl actually surprised me with, like maybe 2 years ago, was we had tickets to go see the James Corden show, right? So he has.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was cool as fuck, dog. Vanessa Hudgens was there, so it was cool as fuck. Like from here to like, you know, like arm's reach, she's like walking out and shit, and it's like holy fuck, like there's Vanessa Hudgens, like just to see the behind the scenes shit when they're setting up different scenes, like. You know, now they're gonna.
I felt like that at Covino and Rich at the Sirius LA when Maria Menounos was in there in downtown Julie Brown.
Oh, you got to see both of them.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Dog, that is cool as fuck, because I remember they mentioned that Maria would be there later when I was there.
Yeah, she was there, bro.
But she wasn't there when I was there. They had said she'll be in later or some shit. But that is cool
we
as
stayed
fuck.
we stayed for the whole show.
Did you get to like formally meet her or no?
I believe we did. Yeah, I think we were face to face. Like we saw her. I don't remember they introduced us. I don't remember if they introduced us or not, but I remember seeing her within fucking 5 or 6 feet because I think she went in to their studio after, and we waited till the end of the show, and they kicked us down. I think Spot gave me some fucking Red Bulls and
Doug,
he gave me a fucking a switchblade fucking a pocket comb where you pop it open and the fucking.
Well, the last time that me and Johnny went to the studio. The day before, I remember because I was like, fuck, man, we're supposed to be there tomorrow, right? But the day before, we were going to go on a Friday to go listen to the show live or whatever. Well, that Thursday, they were like, what's Archie doing? What's Archie doing? And Archie was like getting all like giddy and shit. Because I guess Selena Gomez was right there. And she was like in the hall and like bullshitting or whatever. So like, I don't know if Spot like peeked out too or whatever. But everybody was kind of like, oh, there's Selena Gomez, you know? And I was like, fuck, man. I was like, if we would have gone one day before, we could have been right there too. You know, I would have been right there next to Archie. Like, hey, there she is, you know? But, but just going back to the late night shit, that is something that, you know, like, and I guess, you know what, Doug? There's been, I guess, a lot of bucket list shit that I never thought I would see or do because, Doug, think about it. I'm like, I grew up in fucking a little fucking city in Arizona, right? And I'm like, we didn't grow up with all the money in the world. So even though like LA is like 5, hours away, it wasn't like as a kid we were always doing shit. If we were going to go to LA, it was just to go see my family over there, right? We weren't going to go to a fucking Lakers game and shit. So for my 30th birthday, my girl actually took me to a Lakers game at Staples Center. Oh, so that was I guess another bucket list one that it wasn't even, I wouldn't even say it was a bucket list item because I never thought I would do it. I was just kind of like, it was kind of like out of the fucking question. Like, oh, I'll never do that shit. It's too expensive or it's too this or that. But then my girl surprised me with tickets and like, hey, for your 30th, we're going to go to the Staples Center. So, yeah. So I'd like to meet
MJ one day. That would be dope.
That would be kind of cool. I actually got to ask the guys from O-Town, if I went to like, one of the shows I went to, they were doing like a Q&A or something. And I got to ask them if there's anybody that they haven't met because they've met a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
And they said they almost met Michael Jordan, right? And I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean by that? And Eric was the one who told the story where he said they were doing the national anthem, I think at a Orlando Magic game or some shit. And they were passing him in the hall and they like mentioned something to him and he like turned back and like looked at him. But they said that was the closest they came to meeting him. So yeah,
I seen him. I don't know how close I was. He in like 1988, I believe, maybe even like 90. Once he started winning championships, he didn't go. But Rod Higgins, he used to play Fresno State, and him and Jordan were tight, and so they would do some charity fucking game in Fresno at the Selland Arena. And I remember I was like,
oh really,
5th or 6th grade, and my pops and he worked there. My pops worked there, so he had got or he knew someone that worked there. So he did used to work there. I don't know if he was there at that time or not, but he got me tickets to see MJ. I remember it was like 4th row and shit. And I was watching him fucking drive to the basket and shit. That shit was dope.
That is cool as fuck, dog. I mean, come on now. How many fucking people? I mean, okay, I guess they would fill stadiums of 30,000 people, right? But I'm saying like nobody I know has ever seen Jordan play.
It was exhibition too, and although he was MJ and he still had the dunk on the free throw line and he had his shoes and he was still MJ. Let's be honest. Once he started winning titles and then he retired and came back, he just got so large at that point.
Yeah.
It was a different story. So he was still large, but when I seen him, he hadn't won a championship yet.
But I think the part of that is even fucking cooler. Like, cause you saw him before he was the fucking dude. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was still dope, and he still had that fucking that aura and that vibe. You know what I mean? He's, even in a pickup game, a charity game, when he went, everyone's like, and then he hadn't even won championships yet.
I think that's cool as fuck. There's plenty of shit like that, dog. Like, it's funny because like I do have a lot of family that lives in LA, and there's a lot of shit to them that is like whatever, like to me that is crazy as fuck. Like I remember my cousin Rachel one time. She was texting us that she was at, it was like I don't know if it was like a softball game or something, like for her kid or something, or like one of our little cousins or something. But Shaq was there watching his kid.
Oh, that's dope.
And so she was like, Shaq sitting like right in front of me. And I was like, that's fucking like and she thought it was cool, but it wasn't like, for me, that probably would have been the highlight of my life. Like, are you fucking serious, Shaq? And dog, this was around the time he was playing for the Lakers, right? And so when they had their fucking, that was their championship run, like 2000, 2001, 2002, or whatever the fuck it was. Like, that was around that time. So that was like the craziest shit. Like, Shaq was the fucking, that's when he was fucking Shaq, right? It was Shaq and Kobe. And, you know, for my family over there, that shit happens to them pretty often, you know? But for me, it doesn't, you know? So that shit is the coolest fuck. So,
I mean, the only claim to fame on shit like that, I mean, I don't know. Some people would probably be a big deal. Like, I got 5 on it. I remember smoking like 30 blunts with Yuck Mouth, recording in a studio. Remember smoking like 20 blunts with Mac Dre. You know what I mean? He came to my house, and they both came to my pad. So, I mean, to a lot of people, I know, especially Mac Dre being like the underground Tupac. You know, we invented a drink. We mixed Hennessy and Remy Martin together. So I got some cool shit like that. But
that's Doug. That to me, that would be fucking surreal, because I'm not even a fucking Mac Dre fan like you are. So for Doug to have him fucking come into your pad, and you know what, Doug? Like, it's kind of funny because it is kind of weird that I think we've become so close, even with Covino and Rich. You know, because like it's like actually I was at the dinner for my sister. And Covino fucking hit me up. He texted me with a little audio fucking message. And he's like, bro, he's all, what song is this? Because he didn't know what it was, right? But it was some Mexican song. And he's all, and I put like a little like laughing face. And he was like, do you know which one it is? And I was like, no, motherfucker, I don't know what it is from. You know? And,
hey, you're not the Shazam guy?
But my cousin told me, he was like, he probably thought, oh, I'm gonna hit up all the Mexicans I know. Though fucking one of them will know it, you know? And
he's right.
And, Doug, and it's fucking funny though, because like even to me, that kind of shit is still surreal. At you know, like it's just crazy because like
for sure
to like for you to have Mac Dre like at your pad, like what the, like Doug, like how the fuck that shit doesn't happen, you know? Like,
but even what you said about Covino, bro, like I've been around listening to those guys since 2006. I remember them on the Maxim. You know, I remember them at the parties and fucking the Hall of Famers and the Madden parties and the spring breaks. So I think even what you just said, like, yeah, I'll message Covino. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I message him 10 times a day, but we chat. You know what I'm saying? From time to time, we'll message here and there, just if it's important or whatnot. But even that, dude, is like, to me is or hearing him shout us out on their show. Yeah, it's like, bro, I mean, I don't know. They always show me love when I called, but in the early days, Covino had the fastest finger in the West. He also clicked my ass quicker than shit. There were a lot of fucking conversations. I didn't finish sentences, and Covino's fucking hitting the button. Covino's hitting the button, and then now, you know, to be actually consider him someone that I'm cool with, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of surreal.
And you know what? And it is crazy because, like, I think of, like how part of it is how, like, small the world's become with, like, social media and shit, you know? Because I'll see shit, Doug, like even on social media, because I know, like, Michael Jackson's son, Prince, he does a lot of charity work, right? And so he'll be like, oh, I'm going to be at the food bank for LA, blah, 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 passing out food and this on like March, 13th or some shit. And I'm like, dog, can you imagine? I'm like, Michael Jackson's like, well, to me, dog, because I grew up a huge Michael Jackson fan, but I'm like,
I almost saw his house the other day. I tried to.
Oh, did you? Oh,
yesterday.
Dog, the other day.
It was blocked off though. It had security blocked off. I drove out there, bro.
To Encino or whatever.
It's right here. It's only 45 minutes from my pad. It's in San Ynez Valley. So I was like, fuck it. Let's go to Neverland Ranch. I got to the fucking driveway, and the driveway was like another 1.3 miles, but it was blocked off. It said security, and the lift gate was down, and you're fucked. But
Doug Kennedy started crying the other day because we were watching a video of Neverland, right? And she was like, she saw the fucking zoo and the fucking it was like when Michael took Oprah, through the fucking property. So like he's showing her the fucking zipper and shit. So Kennedy said she wanted to go over there, right? And this is partially because she was fucking tired, right? But she was like, I was like, Kennedy, they don't have the rides and shit over there. And she's like, what happened? And I was like, well, Michael Jackson ended up selling Neverland, And before he died, he was living in, you know, this other place, whatever. And she goes, so Michael Jackson don't have that house no more? And I was like, no. And she started crying, dog. She goes, I wanted to go to Michael Jackson's house. Dog,
oh, she's not crying because he's dead. She's just crying because she wants to see the rides.
Yeah, that's what she was fucking. She was like, what the fuck do you mean the rides aren't there anymore? So she just fucking, and I was like, all right, Kennedy, it's time to go to bed.
Hey, back to the Covino shit even. You know, the personal shit, that's one thing, right? Like, cool, we send some messages time to time. That's cool. You know what's surreal to me is that he fucking shouts out this show.
Yeah.
And the support he's given us. Like, he doesn't have to do that, dude.
Yeah.
You know, he supports the shit out of us. And, you know, this is even a brand. And he, you know, he goes above and beyond. So shout out Steve Covino, man. That shit's much appreciated. It's cool to be able to text the dude. But it's a whole other level when I hear him shouting us out.
Just think about the other day. I had sent Spot that fucking picture. And he says, you know, the after show, but later he's like El Cucuy, Daniel, like, Doug, like, fucking, he didn't have to do any of that shit, you know?
Nope.
Like, he could have just been like, oh, that's fucking cool, Spot, and let's fucking move on with the show.
Or look at little Spot. Spot's a little boy.
Yeah.
That's old Spot. You know, he could have just went into his shit and that's it. You're right. He don't have to do that shit, dude.
Yeah, but no.
So that shit's surreal to me. I'll say that. That's, you know, it's kind and it you know, it kind of, not only is it surreal, but like, I'm just super appreciative because he doesn't have to do that shit.
Yeah. No, it is very
it's above and beyond.
Yeah, and yeah, man, and we try to share the love and you know, shout out their show as much as we can, and that's the whole reason why we've even become homies, you know. So it's fucking, it's awesome, sure. You know.
Fuck yeah, to them, yeah. Shout out all three of them.
Yeah, you
know, because if it wasn't for that show, I would have never known your ass for sure.
Yeah, and
talk about your metaverse.
Yeah. So yeah, man, but it's just crazy, dog, when you do think about like your bucket list items and shit, and like I was saying about how like Michael Jackson's kids are like fucking, you can go to this event, you know, where
they're not even really his.
You can go fucking, dog, come on. They're his kids, whether they're biologically not his or not, they're fucking, come on.
Did his frozen sperm make those kids is the $1 million question.
To me, it doesn't matter. He's their daddy. So, dog, to fucking, like, you can go to the food bank and pass out food with, like, Prince Jackson and shit, you know? That's crazy as fuck. Like, the world is a smaller place, you know? And, yeah, it's crazy as fuck, but, yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, shit.
Yep. Well, Doug, I think we should fucking wrap it up. There's one, I want to fire real quick. One thing. I don't have rapid fire, but I just have one thing real quick. Did you hear the conversation about the playlist morality?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, Rich, Doug, when he was talking about making playlists, like, he was saying that he made a playlist for his graduating class. I think they graduated in 97. And he said he had some classes.
What, bro?
Doug, he said he had some songs on there from 98.
Oh.
And they're like, how the fuck do you put songs on there from a year after you graduated? Like, if it's supposed to be like your high school shit, and what it came down to is Rich just didn't give a fuck about, you know, like
the year,
like, yeah, and they were especially like, oh, if you make a 90s playlist, can you put songs from the 80s on there? And Rich was like,
I did hear that. I did catch that
fucking
shit.
Yeah, whatever. Put whatever.
But he said it didn't get popular till the 90s, but it was from the 80s, so it could work.
Yeah,
I heard that.
And for me, I'm like, dog, I feel like I don't give a fuck if it got popular 20 years after it was released. I'm like, this shit, if it was released in fucking 99, that belongs on the 90s fucking, you know, unless you're making a late 90s, early 2000s playlist or whatever, you know. But
what if it was December of 99?
It's still in 99. So you got to go it's still 90s. You know, I know Korn, Incubus, Orgy.
Corny.
All these bands fucking. Do you remember Orgy Blue Monday?
What? No. That was Jeff Bezos' fucking rocket.
No. Yeah, but yeah, that was I made a Blue Monday joke the other day. So yeah, that's a
Isn't his rocket Blue Origin?
But yeah, dog, so there's fucking
Deep Blue Origin, isn't that the name of his rocket? His Roqueta?
Is it really?
Azul Roqueta or what? I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
Hey, speaking of real quick, too, rapid fire, we got a new lady and I hired. She speaks no fucking English, bro. Mm-hmm. And fucking one of the dude with the red hair, fucking I introduced him as fucking Rojo Roqueta.
Oh, is that fucking Red Johnson?
Yeah, it's Red Johnson.
Oh, that's funny, Doug. And she speaks NFE, Doug. And
Nothing.
No fucking English. NFE.
None, bro. It's great, but it's good. Hopefully, it'll help me touch up my shit and polish my shit up here in a couple months.
Yeah, dog. Eventually, I'm hoping. Dog, I'm
not even gonna give subtitles. I know they're talking about Greg and subtitles. I'm just gonna fucking do my version in Spanish. Kind of like you did the other day, bro.
Yeah, there we go. So
we'll get another audience. We'll just put this shit out in Spanish, bro.
$1 million idea. So if there's any Carls out there that want to transcribe our shit for free because we can't afford to pay you, feel free. Transcribe our shit.
We need a Barchi is what we need.
We need a Barchi, Doug.
Yeah, we need a Barchi to transcribe for us.
Yeah, you can even be transgender. You could be the fucking transgender, the transcriber. Yeah.
Hey, what was the chick's name that was on there recently? The intern. What was her name?
Intern. Oh yeah, I don't remember.
Before Archie. Remember her and Spot got close.
Oh, fucking Tata.
Tata, we had Tata.
Yeah, she was never an intern though. She was like an executive assistant producer or some shit.
Oh, my bad, Tata.
Yeah, now she's on Alt Nation, so check out Alt Nation if you fucking have SiriusXM.
Yeah,
Tata.
but we need to do that, bro. We need to go.
I actually got to meet Tata the last time I went to Sirius. But it was cool though, dog. She was cool. You know what? Let me go ahead and where's Baseline Trey in this motherfucker?
Oh, hold on. Let me do that. I got that.
Oh, you got him? All right.
I think I do, bro.
I might have to take off my headphone because it might be loud.
No. It saved it in my pictures.
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go.
Prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul. Grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens and come and spend a day in the 757.
Hydro.